Yasin Betty Mali, Saso Figa Gada, Baby Unga Hamdi.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Nothing But Football podcast. This is a football podcast brought to you by three friends and football enthusiasts. I myself am Lucas, and to my further left, I've got Uncle Curtis.
How are you guys doing today? Beautiful weekend. Arsenal couldn't score again in 90 minutes.
Good stuff. And close to me, I've got Mr. Potion.
What's up, guys? Hope you guys had a good weekend. I don't know what you did on your weekend, but yeah, hope it was good for you guys.
Good stuff. So guys, the world of football keeps moving, and this past weekend in Europe was actually the FA Cup weekend for teams in England, right? And it had a bit of a significant note for South Africans and South African fans, in that. Let me just take you through all the fixtures and then we'll talk about the significance. So Liverpool won 4-1 away at Aston Villa's under 23 side.
Under 17 and 14. Did you see some of those boys? They look like they haven't hit puberty yet, dog. It was bad.
100%. Wolves knocked out Crystal Palace. Everton went through against Rotherham. Norwich went through, Bournemouth went through, Leicester beat Stoke City 4-0, Arsenal beat Newcastle 2-0, Manchester United beat Watford 1-0, Spurs went through, Chelsea beat Morecambe 4-1, West Ham got through. Guys, let's talk.
As well.
Okay.
City
and City also won the game, but let's go through and a special note to Brighton. Let me hand over to you guys as to why there's a South African aspect of the games this weekend. Mr. Potion, you want to tell us a little bit about what specifically happened in the Brighton game?
So during this January transfer window, Brighton officially decided to call back Percy Tau because of the new Brexit rules. Percy Tau officially qualifies to play for them. So Percy was eligible to play. So no one really expected him to play because he didn't have that many training sessions.
Yeah.
But with press conferences with the coach, he sounded very impressed with Percy.
It's the quality of the player, eh?
So he ended up making it into the squad. The playing squad.
Yeah.
And I think he had a 20-minute cameo.
20-minute cameo plus extra time because that game went into extra time.
He came on the 70th minute.
Yeah. So he had 50 minutes, but either way, good cameo. It shows the quality of the player to me because Brighton are lacking quality. Can't score. I can't find the right word. That's PG, but can't score for anything out there.
So, guys, are we expecting to see good things from him in the Premier League this season, or do you think he's going to have to acclimatize first?
He's going to hit the ground running.
I think he's going to hit the ground running as well. He's played in the Champions League, bro. He's played Brighton.
He played against Madrid.
Not that much of a step. It's not like a...
Yeah.
So that's why I say he'll be fine.
To me, he played against Real Madrid and had a good game. I think in one of those games, Club Brugge actually did beat Real Madrid. And he assisted in that one game. Not lost this season's Champions League, the year before he joined that Anderlecht, that Vincent Kompany team. So I expect him to hit the ground running. I watched the highlights of the game. He had a couple of good touches. Quality player.
Dope. So I think we really look forward to seeing Percy Tau, and I'm sure we'll give you a little bit of an update as we go on. But let's speak to the rest of the FA Cup weekend just in general. Obviously, it's FA Cup. We saw a few teams make some changes. Some teams were playing opposition from a lower league and dismantled them. Some teams had a bit of a harder tie in that. But it is a cup game, so my view is just get through. But maybe let me start at you, Uncle Curtis. Any notable takes from this weekend's fixtures?
Notable takes. English teams are not taking the FA Cup seriously when they play lower league opposition. I don't know who they played as striker over there, Everton. Everton, when they drew 1-1 with Rotherham, 23rd in the championship.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, I noticed Calvert-Lewin is now injured, so I'm thinking that he might have played during the weekend.
Do they have to take it seriously when they're playing against lower opposition? Surely the rest of your squad should be able to play that game and do well?
Yeah, they should be, but it doesn't seem like they can. Because a lot of them went to extra time. Everton, that are supposed to be competing at the top of the Premier League, are drawing 1-1 with the 23rd place Rotherham in the championship. It's very dodgy. It's very dodgy, that result. I wouldn't be surprised if bookmakers had a couple of bets on draw there and people lost their money, because to me that was an easy win at odds of 1.37 to Rotherham's 8 or 6. Arsenal again. Arteta. When he played Willian, and what happened for 17 minutes? Arsenal had no creativity whatsoever on the pitch. And it's one of those things where he keeps on talking about he left Ozil out for football reasons. You put in a man in the team that's had 2 shots on target and hasn't had an assist at the beginning of the game or created even chances. He loses the ball. He backtracks. I don't know what this man is doing in my team, but then we'll talk about that later as well. And then, it's Arsenal. Couldn't score up until our youngster, Emil Smith-Rowe, came on in the 70th minute and scored a goal in extra time. And again, dodgy referee decisions, gave a red card, and it was rescinded. Thank God for VAR, because I don't understand how he even saw that red card. It was a terrible decision. He thought he came with studs up. That Newcastle man who screamed like he got
and Mr. Potion, Tottenham and Chelsea, big victories against lower league opposition. Does FA Cup, especially in these early rounds, is it giving us anything other than seeing your team play in a different setup?
I think for Tottenham and Chelsea, those were basic games. Those are training ground games. It's a routine game. Like, you should win. You try out new things. I didn't really expect much to happen for them. But, they should have an easy time. But for them, they had an easy time compared to other teams. Is there anything much you should say?
I can only note that that's the first time I've ever seen Mourinho
scored a hat-trick.
That's the first time I've ever seen Mourinho play attack in football. And it took a non-league football team for him to say, hey, let me take chances. Get that defensive manager out of here.
I saw Vinicius scored, Timo Werner scored. You know, the typical losers of the Premier League.
Tell you what, let's do it this way, because now obviously the teams that go through to the 4th round of the FA Cup, which is the last 32. So I'll just read out some fixtures. Chelsea's going to be at home to Luton, lower league opposition again. City away to Cheltenham. Everton versus Sheffield Wednesday. Fulham, Burnley. Tottenham away at Wickham. Arsenal's either going to face Southampton or Shrewsbury away.
So
Southampton.
Yeah. So, and then there's Manchester United versus Liverpool.
I'm starting to think this FA Cup is rigged. This draw is rigged.
Why?
How do all these other teams get lower league opposition? Every year in, year out, Arsenal get Premier League opposition. This FA Cup is rigged. I can't prove it. I don't have the proof yet, but there's something going on over here. Like, we playing Premier League opposition all the way to the final every year. Come on. Chelsea are getting Luton, so Timo Werner and Kai Havertz can score again. Because they can't score in the Premier League.
Look, complain, bruh. United's playing Liverpool. I think
exactly.
But I'm just saying the trend.
No, historically, I get what you're saying. Historically, that we don't have an easy run with what's his name in the FA Cup. But I think that works to our favor, because it kind of we get momentum.
So, but I want that one year that Chelsea won it with only playing one Premier League opposition on the way to the final. That's the type of run I want.
Look, it's a good competition to win in that, but leading up to it, I think only really at the quarterfinals do you really give yourself a chance, right? Or hope in that. Now we've said Manchester United and Liverpool are going to play each other in the FA Cup, But lo and behold, it just so happens that Manchester United and Liverpool are going to be playing each other in the league. Right. And just to sort of set that scene up a little bit, because I wanted to talk about this game, leading into the game. So that, I know changes week to week, but that is a top of the table clash right now. As we record Tuesday, the teams are level on points at the top, with United second on goal difference. United to play their game in hand against Burnley. So United could possibly, get into that game top of the league, but it's going to be quite an interesting game. So I just kind of want us to delve into it and look at what we're seeing. And I think let's start should we start at the Liverpool end or the United end?
Let's start at the Lucas end over here, saying his team is top of the league, possibly. How good does that feel to say, Doc? You haven't said that in years, Doc.
Yeah. It feels good to say. It would be better to say if it wasn't January whatever.
Be braggadocious, Doc. Be braggadocious, Doc. You're top of the league. Join top. Say it with pride, Doc. Your team is there.
Well, we're second right now, and I'll hope we beat Burnley.
What, are you having flashbacks to last day of the season, Kun Aguero, last minute winner, that you'll never be braggadocious about being joint top again?
No, it's just you can be braggadocious in that when your team is strong. When there's still 21 games to go in the league, I think you probably need about 15 wins out of there. And I'm looking at Man United, I'm like, oh, bank on United for 15 wins.
You're the only reasonable Man United fan I know. The rest of y'all are crazy.
Yeah. But let's speak to the United end. So Mr. Potion, United's been on good form, obviously, to get them into this position in the table, and they will be going to Anfield, where Liverpool has this long unbeaten run, and Liverpool's current champions. We know how United loves to end an unbeaten run, but from a Manchester United perspective, do you think? How do you think leading into that game? Let's take the game in hand aside, as we stand right now, where they are level on points, and so sort of going into that game from a United perspective. What do you think United will offer that game?
I think United will probably go for the win, because in the past, against the top 6 opposition, especially under Ole, they always do try to take the game.
Yeah.
So Liverpool haven't been having a great run of form, but they're still in there. I'm not sure what their tactic will be in this game. But as champions, you'd expect them to win.
Yeah. I mean, at home, long unbeaten.
Yeah.
In that.
They're not necessarily underdogs, but in the same breath, United over the past 2 seasons do tend to shine against the top 6 opponents.
Yeah,
essentially.
Yeah. Uncle Curtis, from a perspective of this game, from a Liverpool perspective, Liverpool has been up and down in form in relation to what we're used to. Can you actually call it that bad when you're top of the league? But how are you seeing this game? Is it an opportunity for United?
I'd like to start with your sly remark over there about how United likes to end unbeaten runs. United only do that by cheating. So let's get that right with refs on this side. You don't end unbeaten runs fairly. But then the game, it's the truth, Doc. I think I'm going to put a 9-minute clip of the YouTube, on YouTube, of how United just fouled Jose Antonio Reyes for 9 minutes, Doc. And should have had. No, I'm just going towards that comment, Doc. Towards that comment of you love to end unbeaten runs. Unjustly.
And
wait, there's no more Wayne Rooney to dive and get away with it, Doc.
Okay, but in this game, what do we see?
In this game, I'm going to look it over the 2 games in 7 days. You playing both games at Liverpool Stadium?
No. The FA Cup is at Old Trafford.
FA Cup is at, okay. You're going to lose in the Premier League to Liverpool. You're going to beat them in the FA Cup. Which game comes first? The FA Cup? League. Yeah. You're going to lose to Liverpool in the league. At most, you'll get a draw over there, but in the FA Cup, you beat them, because I don't think Klopp takes that competition as seriously as he should. They out of practice after whipping a bunch of under 14-year-old boys there by Aston Villa. So I don't think they'll be ready for that game. They even struggled in the first half against those under 14 boys.
1-1.
They went 1-0 up as everybody expected. I expected 2-3-4, like what Tottenham did to Marine FC. I expected 5-3-4 in the first half. The boy I forgot that boy who used to be at Barcelona. They said, but Barcelona released him and went to Aston Villa, scored just before halftime. And I'm proud of those under 14 boys over there. They played well. The Premier League did them dirty, or the FA did them dirty by making Aston Villa play that game when other top teams get games cancelled when they have 5 players with COVID. But a whole first team to get COVID and Aston Villa decide to still go through with the game. I have to give props to Aston Villa over there because it was the whole first team squad.
Can I explain why it did happen? So because it's a cup tie, that game, if it was postponed, would have to be played again before the next round of fixtures, which is the 22nd and that. So they wouldn't have found a gap for a cup tie, so they just said play it.
They found a gap for the other Premier League teams. There were 2-3 games that were cancelled.
In the cup?
In the cup. 2-3 games that were cancelled.
Yeah.
Southampton, Shrewsbury.
Where are you going to put into Liverpool's schedule?
Liverpool are playing the same amount of games as every other Premier League team right now because they're not playing Champions League. So we can't say we're going to fit into Liverpool's schedule. It's just biased over there. To Aston Villa.
Listen, I think Aston Villa was on some just play it. We won't win this thing anyway.
But after they knocked them 7-2, but either way.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how I see it going. You guys will win the FA Cup, but in the league, I do not see you beating Klopp at Anfield.
Okay. Why is that?
The long unbeaten run and your team is up and down in form.
Okay.
I don't expect you to go to a Liverpool team that haven't lost in 80 games or whatever.
Yes.
At 60 some, whatever the amount of games is there, and then go to beat. So it's one of those things unless you get a dodgy penalty. So let me take that back. You might get that dodgy penalty. Pogba might dive again and you get a penalty. So, but I just don't see you guys beating them.
Yeah. So, Mr. Potion, let me direct this one to you because I think, I'm trying to stay calm as a United fan, but let me speak to the United fans that are excited.
Yeah.
Right? So United, a good run of form. Some people think Fred is playing well. Pogba's back to a bit of form. There's still the genius that is Bruno Fernandes. Kill me on that word and I'll fight you all day. Mm-hmm. But the genius that is Bruno Fernandes, Edinson Cavani comes back for that game. United in the bigger games does tend to sit back a little bit and soak up the pressure and hit teams on the counter attack. What percentage of hope would you give United as a United fan to go away to Anfield, long unbeaten run, and do something, perform?
Give them 5, Potion. Give them 5%.
I'll be fair. I'll give you guys, I'll give you 25 actually. 25, 30.
Yeah.
I think you guys could pull off the upset.
Mm-hmm.
You'll have 2 games to essentially square up with Liverpool.
Yeah.
You said the league's the first one, eh?
The league is the first one, yeah.
The league's the first one, and I think the game that would be important to Ole would probably be the cup game. Because I'm assuming he wants silverware. And the Premier League is a risky trophy to go for.
Yeah.
Especially if you're in his position.
Yeah. I think he still has to go for the points because the league is still a mess. From 1st to 10th is like 7 points.
I think he will, but I think his priority will be the FA Cup.
Oh, okay.
Yes. You can spread. United has a good enough squad to spread,
Yeah.
the star players into those 2 games.
Yeah.
And still have the backups come in and not make that much of a difference.
Yeah.
So I think he'll concentrate on the what's his name? The FA Cup game.
Yeah. So to speak into the game in the league, Liverpool fans would be quite excited that Thiago Alcantara is fit.
Yeah.
Right? So, Mr. Potion, do you expect an impact from him, or who do you think Liverpool's danger men are going to be?
I think we forget that Thiago Alcantara played against kids. He did that against kids.
Yeah.
like people, like a lot of Liverpool players were telling me, not Liverpool players, Liverpool supporters, were bragging about how he opened up the game. He opened up the game against kids.
Who haven't hit puberty, doc? Who haven't hit puberty?
It's not really, it doesn't say much about how, he's going to be going forward.
Yeah.
Maybe he did something for his confidence, but
Yeah.
I think the true test will be when he comes back into the Premier League.
Okay. And Uncle Curtis, Man United on the counter attack or just quick attacking transitions have proven themselves quite strong this year. So on the counter attack and just on purely attacking transitions, do you think Man United would cause a Liverpool defense, a much changed Liverpool defense, some issues?
You cause one or two problems. I just don't see you beating them. That's the way I look at it. Is always due a loss. That's the best way I can put it. He's been overperforming for a couple of games, that PE teacher. So he's due a loss.
Yeah.
So
you think in one of those games?
It's one of those games. He has to lose. The way I look at it, it's odds-on favorite for Ole to lose right now. His job is not on the line. They're not going to question him. He's joint top. So even if he loses the game, people will look at it as if, he's doing well. It's against the champions.
Yeah, it's against a team that's better than United. I think I would expect Liverpool to win that game. Obviously, with my United allegiances, I'm hopeful in the game. Actually, I actually think Liverpool's high line and the changes in defense. I think if United can get the ball into the box quickly, United has a chance. But United doesn't generally get the ball into the boxes quickly. But I think there is an opportunity dependent on that midfield access. It tends to be Fred and McTominay, but Fred and McTominay against City in the semi-final of the League Cup, they both got substituted during the game, and United lost that game, and Solskjaer said we lost that game because of a lack of quality. Now that goes to my point where I'm saying, quality, Fred and McTominay, of course we lost that game, but there's options. So Nemanja Matic can come in.
Daniel James is back for you guys. I don't know where he went. He was on holiday in his mind, but I've watched.
And he tends to play against Liverpool. Actually,
no, he's been jamming. Shame. Like I don't know what happened. Was he even injured, or did they just give him a break?
Yeah, they just gave him a break.
Yeah, because I was gonna say for you guys, that's a nice player to have. He's quick, shooting wise. Don't rely on him, but.
You're a better man than me, Posha. Get that Welsh fraud out the team.
Optimistic, as he told me to think like a United fan. So I'm saying David James has had some good, decent games.
Decent games, man. That guy hasn't had a decent game since the first 3 Premier League games of the season when he scored.
I think he scored.
Had better games than Willian.
Yeah, he scored.
You know my hate for Willian.
Sure, that's what I'm saying. He's a squad player. He's had better games than Willian.
But look at that. I'm telling people get Willian out my team. You saying he's had better games than Willian. Tell me he's had better games than Aubameyang or something. Not Willian. Get that man out my team.
No, if you compared him to Aubameyang, he'd start in my team every week, but he doesn't. But yeah, just going to that perspective and Uncle Curtis, from a Liverpool perspective, Liverpool is top of the league and it hasn't clicked all the way yet, So Mo Salah still got the most goals in the league. Sadio Mane is still Sadio Mane. Firmino is still Firmino. Thiago Cantera is there for the passes. Trent Alexander-Arnold hasn't started that great, but he's there. Andy Robertson. You know, and that. So from a Liverpool perspective, I think a Liverpool fan would be confident in this game, actually. Vocally confident, wouldn't they?
You'll never be too confident. That's when the team loses. But I have to start over there. You must remove Thiago Alcantara from that list. He has done nothing in the Premier League thus far. Okay. So we can't put him as being a staple of doing something for Liverpool. He's done nothing for Liverpool besides a bunch of under 14s against Aston Villa. Yeah, so I have to put you in point of correction over there, point of order for that one. But Salah needs to be stopped being selfish. In fact, most of the chances that Liverpool miss is because Salah makes the wrong decision. I think that man is selfish. I remember when they used to compare him to Messi and Ronaldo a year or two ago when he was banging in the goals but didn't win the Premier League. And he's the reason they most probably lost the Premier League in that first season.
No.
He is, because the chances that he wasted. It's not directly, I'm not saying he's mostly responsible for it, but he wastes chances where he could put Mane through for a better one-on-one shot, but Salah likes taking the ball on he tries too much. Too much at times.
Can we have this chat actually? Let me also bring you in, Mr. Potion, because I hear that sentiment quite a bit about Mo Salah, right? To say selfish and that. I wouldn't describe him as selfish because I think he's a goal scorer. That kind of player is going to take all the shots. And at the end of the day, when they've given you 30 goals and you take their selfishness out of the team and you bring someone else in who only scores 20, you'll miss him.
No, because the season that he scored 20 and was less selfless in the team, Liverpool won the Premier League. Sometimes you're taking away good opportunities.
Last season.
Yeah. He scored. The season before was the season he had that breakthrough season when they said he's comparable to Messi and Ronaldo. Even when you look
that's the season before that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's where he had all those goals.
So that the season when they came second?
Yeah, and he had all those goals. And he cost them in games where they were 0-0. Like, when you say you need a top striker that takes those chances, right? When you look at all top strikers in history, I could even make that argument.
Are you saying he's not one?
No, he's not.
Okay.
There's 10 niggas ahead of him. Okay. But when you look at top strikers,
he's the quickest to most goal scoring landmarks in that for Liverpool.
Okay, for Liverpool. But Liverpool don't have a top 5 striker in the Premier League in terms of goals scored. So for Liverpool, he's the quickest, cool, but I'm comparing him to Michael Owen. I don't care about that guy.
Okay.
But as I was saying, now when you look at top strikers, and I mean overall top strikers, as much as they take a lot of opportunities to score goals, they are also very selfless. They also give a lot of assists at the same time. If you're going to be comparing Salah to Messi and Ronaldo, look at the amount of opportunities that when Messi and Ronaldo take a shot, they know they're scoring. When Salah takes a shot, 9 times out of 10 in the game, it's hitting the first man.
Okay. So, let me move it to you, Mr. Potion, because he's comparing to Messi and Ronaldo. Yeah. No one will stand a good chance in that comparison. Yeah. But if you take those two non-humans out of the picture, Salah's near the top.
No, he's not.
Who's higher than him outside of Messi and Ronaldo?
In history.
No, I'm saying now.
Yeah, we can talk about right now, nah? But I'm just talking about top strikers in general.
I think he's a top striker in general.
I don't think so.
When you say there's players,
what Chris is saying is that he's not a complete forward, as in.
I think he is.
Goal scoring wise, I'll give him that. I agree with Chris. Like, just some parts of what he's saying.
Yeah.
Like Salah is a little bit selfish, but some would call that the goal scorer's instinct.
So say for example, okay, bad example, but Cristiano Ronaldo takes a lot of opportunities. He shoots the ball. He's so consistent that you can't question him. But let's look at Mo Salah's consistency too. I mean, his first season he comes and he blows goal scoring records or whatever, blows the league. Eh?
His first season ever?
At Liverpool.
Oh, okay.
At his first season at Liverpool, gets a lot of goals.
I just had to throw in that little wrench in your spine.
No worries. Scores a lot of goals. He's top scorer in the Premier League. His second season, that's when him, Mane and Aubameyang finished as joint top scorers of the league. But that's golden boots in 2 consecutive seasons. Last season, a decent number of goals. I think we're being harsh on him.
I'm not being harsh.
To tell you the truth, my reasons for being harsh on him are different than Chris's.
Okay.
I think because he could be so much better. He could be so much better as a player.
Yeah.
If he focused on the assisting part of his game. And the times where he'll look up and see Mane waiting for the ball and he will go straight for the goals. Sometimes it adds a negative aspect to his his attributes.
Okay.
But still a great player. And I think I might agree with you, besides Messi and Ronaldo, that he is one of the top. Because I'm thinking about it now. We can't count Mbappe. We can't count Neymar. Suarez.
Yeah, he's been more consistent than
last
them even.
Last season, Suarez.
More consistent than Suarez and Neymar.
Yes.
You are mad.
No.
Are you going to tell me about the goals they scored in League One?
The guys who made it to the Champions League final last season.
Yeah, how much
Yeah,
did
man.
they do in the Champions League final?
It doesn't matter what, but they got them there.
No, I'm saying how much did they do in the Champions League season leading up to them? I think Mo Salah is more consistent.
No, it's not more consistent in terms of overall gameplay. But let me let Potion finish his play. But
Yeah.
no, I have to take you on.
Yeah.
No, like I'm saying, like if you look at it from the last 2 seasons, from this point now to 2 seasons from now, that consistently he has been better than Neymar and Mbappe.
Guys, don't give me 2 seasons. Darren Bent was top goal scorer 1 season. I don't care about 1 or 2 seasons. I'm looking at the longevity of all the players over their careers.
Side point, I don't
Yeah.
know. This is not relevant.
Yeah.
So,
No.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say this quickly. You know how Chelsea guys always argue saying that Didier Drogba is a better striker.
Yeah.
all-time greats.
Yeah.
I found out that Darren Bent has scored more goals than Didier Drogba.
the Premier League or what?
Premier League goals.
You see, because I understand.
Interesting. With similar games.
I hear you.
Okay.
I hear you on that side point, né? Because I also,
That's just the stab to the Chelsea guys.
yeah, I hear you on that side point, né? Because to me, what irks me about certain players, they always talk about if a top striker doesn't score in the final, he didn't do his job.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not that. You got your team to the final. Sometimes you need help. The only European competition that Ronaldo has won for his country came in when he didn't play in the final because he got injured in the first 10 or 15 minutes, whatever. And
Of that final, yeah.
of that final. But what happened? His teammates stepped up and got him to the final. Now, we're not saying that Ronaldo is not great, not because he didn't score in that final. We're saying he's great because he won the final. So sometimes you need to look at that and stop saying, no, hey Joe, Drogba is not even better than Etu. Please don't put him in my Premier League greats team because that man is going to get you 15 goals a season. And when we're talking Premier League greats, we're looking at 38 games, not a final.
Look, I think he is a Premier League great because who else is on the Premier League greats? Michael Owen is one too. If Michael Owen's one, Didier Drogba is definitely one.
Yeah, I hear you. But my argument is just don't look at finals. Look at over the course of a season, over multiple years.
Yeah.
That's what determines a Premier League great.
Yeah.
You can say he's a great cup goal scorer, right? But he's not the greatest in the Premier League.
Yeah, but just going back to the game and the reason why I brought up Mo Salah and us to chat about Mo Salah is that because he's arguably Liverpool's best player. No, it's probably Sadio Mane, but he's up there with it. So I wanted to sort of switch it to now Man United's best player, Bruno Fernandes. All right. So Bruno Fernandes,
The penalty merchant.
eh? The penalty merchant, yes. So since 1st of February, since Bruno's leading a lot of the metrics, most goal involvements, assists, and that. So I kind of want us to speak to Bruno Fernandes and what he's done for Man United, and possibly also what we see him doing for United in future. So I think Mr. Potion, let me start by you. So United comes into this game with a good opportunity, and if there's an opportunity, you want your star man to shine, and that's going to be Bruno Fernandes. So maybe tell us through a little bit of your view on Bruno Fernandes over what he's done over, the season, 12 months, and possibly if you see him having impact in the game.
Bruno Fernandes has been very fortunate at United that they let him do what he wants.
Yeah.
Essentially, they let him do what he wants.
Yeah.
Most creatives like the Pogbas, the Van der Beeks in that team have been given roles that they're not used to.
Mm-hmm.
So, I won't take that away from Bruno Fernandes. He's done well. So, yeah. I'll just say that. He's just been given an opportunity. They've just said, go ahead, shine. And, yeah.
Okay.
Will he do well against Liverpool? I don't know. Will he get a will he get a penalty is the question, I think.
Yeah, will he get a penalty?
Will he get a penalty?
And then it'll disguise his subpar performance.
Yeah, we can speak to the penalty agenda. I think United has gotten quite a few penalties, and Bruno has scored a few penalties, but he's also put in a lot of assists. He's also given performances. So, Uncle Curtis, when you hear Bruno Fernandes penalty chat and
No,
what are you seeing from the player?
No, he's a quality player. All right. But then, what I'm starting to see, a lot of football fans have unrealistic standards for players nowadays. And I think it's because we're blessed enough to grow up in watching football in the Messi and Ronaldo era.
Yeah.
Those guys are superhuman guys.
Yeah.
Scoring the amount of goals that Messi and Ronaldo have done, it's insane.
Yeah.
Right? Even when you look at it, I know a lot of you people don't believe Pele scored all those 700 goals he scored against under 14s and put it to his goal tally.
The ones they brought up like 2 weeks ago.
That's besides the point, right? If we look at the FIFA official goal tally, right? Ronaldo's tie on goals right now after the weekend game against where my boy Aaron Ramsey scored. Emre, you got blood on your hands for letting Aaron Ramsey go on a free to Juventus. He's bossing in Serie A now, right? What Bruno?
No.
The
question was Bruno.
No, I'm trying to get to a point. You're gonna make me lose my point. I just had to give my boy some shine. But either way, I was saying, like, these players are quality players. Like, when you look at like Ronaldo, he's got those 759 goals. And I think people have unrealistic expectations of players where they have one or two bad games. They start questioning the quality of the player. All right. I think what's disguised, Bruno's lack of quality in one or two games. Listen to me. There are games where he got a penalty and did nothing. It disguised the lack of quality in that specific game. Is that the fact that he got a penalty and he scored, and as soon as you score a goal, you can do nothing for 90 minutes. But if I score the winning penalty, I look like I had a brilliant game. Okay. And sometimes you can question some of his performances, but I don't hold that on him.
Do you question his performances?
In one or two games, like I said, but I don't hold that against him, like I said, because of what Messi and Ronaldo have done, have set unrealistic expectations for the everyday player. Right, which 90% of footballers, in fact 99% of footballers will never achieve in their careers, and they expect that to be the standard. The standard is 30 goals a season for a top striker. The standard is 18 to 20 assists for a season for a top assister. Now, for a player like Messi to have 45 goals and 20 assists, that's insane. No normal human being is doing that. So we should also keep in mind of that, which is why I say Bruno Fernandes has lacked quality in one or two games, but you can't hold it against him. He's still a top quality player.
Yeah. And maybe just to you, Mr. Potion, if we said to this season, right, Premier League alone, and maybe let me ask the question like this: who are you currently seeing as your front runner for player of the season? Because for me, Bruno's got a very strong shout in that.
Kane, Son.
I said he's got a strong shout in that. Speak to that. I'm not saying he's the clear winner.
Your boy in this,
of course, he must be in it. He does a lot in the year since February, which is he's got the most goal involvements in the league, more than De Bruyne, more than Kane and Son. Since his debut, he's got the most goals involvements since February.
Are you using those stupid stats where the guy walks in and now you must... come on, bro. Don't count that stat.
We're almost a year in. We're halfway through the season.
You know those stats where they say since this player arrived in the league? I find that they're so...
they're iffy.
They're manipulative, bro.
Arsenal fans want to question stats. Let's keep this up every week. No, let's question the stats.
No, listen. I think you're trying to say Bruno is going to win player of the season.
No, I'm saying, how do you see it in relation to that?
Can you please listen to me?
Okay.
You're trying to say that Bruno is a contender for player of the season because of his how he came in February. He came in like a wrecking ball. Now we must think of that this season. It doesn't matter.
The season 17 games in, he's done things in the 17
contributions
games.
This season. Has he had more than Harry Kane?
He hasn't.
The answer is no.
So we're talking about
his top goal is top assister and is also in the top 4 of most goals.
Okay. Harry Kane striker, Bruno number 10. But just going back,
you want to bring his friend? You want to bring Son?
Hold
You
on.
wanna bring his
I
friend
don't
Son?
care about Kane and Son right now. We're talking to Bruno against Liverpool. So I'm saying
you
Bruno this season is United's main attacking threat. United's going to play against the game. I'm saying, can we speak about their main attacking threat?
No.
Because their main attacking threat has been doing so well that United is second in the league. Are we just going to ignore him?
No, Lucas, you said you brought him in contention for player of the season.
He definitely is.
But you said since he joined, and the Potion is just disputing that let's look at this season, not from when he's joined,
February.
from February sharp.
from when-
If we look,
Okay,
if we look at
sorry
it,
for
When
adding
his
context.
uncle bought
Sorry
a
for adding
flipping
context.
Mercedes.
Sorry for
everyone's
adding
done
context.
worse than him.
you're adding context to benefit your argument.
Now
That's what we say.
He started at the same point as everyone. You can actually measure it. There's no reason to be coming up with these silly stats. He started the same season as Kane and Son. Measure it now and tell me that
Okay.
he's better than Son and Kane.
Okay.
I'll even throw in Salah in this argument.
Okay. I think he's had a better season than Salah. Although Salah is top of the goal scoring charts. But anyway, let's go to score predictions, guys.
I actually think you guys might draw. I think a draw would be a good result for you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd go for a draw. I'd probably go for a 2-2 draw.
Score draw.
Yeah.
Uncle Curtis?
In my hearts of hearts, United are going to lose 6-0. But realistically, you lose 2-1.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. From my perspective, I'm more worried about the Burnley game. I hope United wins the Burnley game. And then I expect us to lose at Anfield, but I'm actually hopeful of a draw.
In fact, I want you guys to win so I can see how you deal with the pressure of being top of the table.
You actually got a point, with the Burnley game. I think you guys, this is the perfect game for Burnley to take it away from you guys.
Yeah.
Because you guys aren't really concentrating on them. And yeah, they could steal this if they're determined. But
Yeah.
I don't expect much from White Lives FC. So.
Yeah, I think United is still sitting in second, but they're not the second best team in the league. So it's still a case of Burnley. You'd expect us to beat Burnley, but I mean away at Liverpool, what to expect in this Premier League?
It's actually a shame we're not talking about Rashford and Martial, because you never know who's gonna show up for the game. Because I don't know why, but I have a feeling one of them is gonna do something.
Yeah, I'd expect Rashford. And
Martial is due a good run of 5 games or so. I think Martial. If he plays.
So Martial has had the last 3 games at least because Cavani was suspended. So I'd probably expect Martial to start again, actually. But yeah, so I guess we'll have to see the game play out and see how it goes. I'm hopeful in United. We'll see what position we are on the next recording. But just speaking to the Premier League, we know the Premier League is such a tough league, and it's a good quality of player that cracks this league, right? With goals, with assists, with just general performances. And when we're speaking about, general performances from the aspect of, assists, especially in that, Mesut Ozil, it's looking like he's going to depart from Arsenal. So I kind of wanted us to have a chat about Ozil's impact on the league, right? Because Ozil's been there a couple of seasons. Right, obviously in this current season, he's been taken out the squad and all of that. So we might forget what it is that Ozil gave to the league. So I just wanted to chat around Ozil. Let's chat around Ozil's good years also, because I mean right now we'd consider this a bad period. But Uncle Curtis, let me start at you. Mesut Ozil, go.
Where can I go? The club have let him down. He's an scapegoat. When I compare the Ozil situation, I saw how it started. When he signed that contract for £350,000 a week, there's not a single Arsenal fan on this earth that said at that very moment in time, do not give him that contract. It was around about the time that Sanchez was also about to leave to Man United. Everybody was begging for Ozil to stay. All right. What happens after the fact is he doesn't perform to the highest of his ability. You can't blame that on the player. He signed the contract, right? I compare the Ozil situation to Arsenal fans who were crying that Fabregas, Kleb, and a bunch of other players didn't respect the contracts and left. You can't have it both ways. You must decide. Ozil has been loyal to Arsenal. He might not have the best performances, but he has been loyal, so I give him credit for that. Stop telling me that he earns £350,000 a week and that's why he's staying. He could have left if he wanted to. That man is making money off sponsorship, of endorsements. The more gameplay he has, the more potential he has to make money. Right? So let's stop looking at the player's salary and stop placing unrealistic expectations with him. He didn't decide the salary. The board decided to give him that salary. All right? At the same time now, he's not in the squad. You can see the lack of number 10 we have. They tried to replace Ozil with flipping Willian. Yes! Arteta makes me upset. Willian. And to try to replace that man who has 2 shots on target, doesn't create, right? And he's playing week in, week out.
Yeah.
That's a side story I'll off-ramp.
Yeah.
But that's what's been happening to Ozil this season. All right? Ozil, when he joined from Madrid,
yeah,
right? I think there was a quote that he said that when I went to Madrid, he spoke to Wenger. He's like, I'm going to sign for Madrid because I want to sign for Madrid. It's a club I've always wanted to play. But when I decide to leave, I will come back to you because, you know, you wanted him. Right? Which is what happened.
Where did that conversation happen?
It was an Ozil quote in the conversation when he joined Arsenal.
Sure, okay.
All right?
Okay.
That's what he said.
He said,
I chose Madrid over you guys.
listen, Madrid is a big team.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
know that
Yeah.
when the day comes when I want to leave, you're the first man I'm calling.
Okay.
You see, which is why we got him. So well, I'm just putting my team that they're smaller than Madrid. I don't know why this guy's busy laughing over here. All right? But then at the same time, Ozil ended our trophy drought. All right? When he joined, that's the first time we won a FA Cup in years to come.
Yeah.
All right? It's in combination with other players. Now, but we still have to look at where Ozil took us as a club.
Yeah. So,
Right? But he took us to a trophy portion. Before he got there, we weren't winning trophies.
yeah.
All right? Yeah. It's one of those things where I look at it, it's the players that the Arsenal fans want to come back. Says Fabregas went on strike to leave Arsenal. He's a traitor.
Yeah.
Ashley Cole was done dirty by the board when they gave him that 50,000 rand contract and Chelsea wanted to give him more.
Yeah.
But there's been a couple of players who were RVP is a traitor.
Yeah.
He let Wenger done dirty.
Yeah.
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 Ozil decided to stay loyal and you're turning against him.
Yeah. Yeah. So now let me bring you in here, Mr. Potion. So I think from a let's look at Ozil at Arsenal. Right, I think like we said, Ozil comes from Real Madrid, and that he did very well at Real Madrid. He came to Arsenal. How would you sum up? Let's say while he was still playing, his time at Arsenal. Was he good for you guys? I think like Uncle Curtis mentioned there, when it came time to him signing the new contract, I think everyone wanted him to sign the contract and that. So maybe just give us a little bit of the good Ozil when you're watching him and he was giving good performances, and a little bit of how you feel as a fan now that Ozil's about to leave.
To tell you the truth, for me, I've had great memories of Ozil.
Yeah.
Even the jersey that I'm wearing reminds me of that wonder goal that he scored. I think it was against Lundegards or whatever the team was. But it was that game where he dropped those players and they were slipping everywhere. I think Ozil's time has come to an end. I think he got old. And there was a clip that I saw the other day. I'm actually looking for the exact words. Where they interviewed Klopp 4 years ago, where they were talking about his style of play. And apparently Klopp plays this style of play called the Gegenpress.
Yeah.
So he was talking about that Gegenpress and about how you don't necessarily need a creator
Yeah.
in that team. Because most of the times you'll be pushing up and you're in the final third, and it just takes a pass to the striker, and it's a goal.
Yes. I think I saw something along that.
Yeah.
He says his system will create more chances than a number 10 will.
Yes. So essentially, you will not need a number 10.
Yeah.
And I think, as we've noticed, is that the style of play has been adapted by most of the Premier League squads.
Yeah.
Arsenal as well has adapted it. I think it was adapted around the times when Unai Emery was there. He was
Arsenal-wise.
Yes,
or the
Arsenal-wise.
league. Or Arsenal.
Arsenal-wise.
Yeah.
He's the guy who came with the new philosophy of the pressing game, keeping possession, essentially every player working hard on the pitch.
Yeah.
And then you contribute overall to the performance.
Yeah.
That's where we started to see Ozil's weakness in our side.
Yeah.
Because I'm looking at our stats from last season. He actually made 18 appearances. He had last season. Yeah.
In the league? Only?
Yes,
Okay.
in the league. He had 1 goal and 2 assists.
I hear you.
So hence why I'm saying that it wasn't necessarily a performance shift from him. He's always played the same way. But now
the game sort of evolved around.
It
evolved him out. Or pushed him out.
It pushed him out. Most players adapt, i.e. Kevin De Bruyne. And some don't. Like your boy Mata didn't evolve from the style of play.
Yeah.
There's many creatives who've suffered
Yeah. But
and have been left behind in this game.
sure. Uncle Curtis, that being said, so Mr. Potion, I think you make a very good point of how the game evolves in that. But Uncle Curtis, Ozil's, I don't know, 6 years at least at Arsenal, maybe more?
6.
Yeah.
Contract extension, so 6, 7.
Right, World Cup winner, all of that. Should he be leaving through what feels like the back door? After such a career, so much time at Arsenal.
No, he shouldn't
Should he
be.
be leaving through the back door?
It shouldn't be. And even Post, when he talks about the gang press and stuff like that, that's where football has gone to now. And last season he had 1 assist, 2 goals. Yeah, you're on that, but he still had the most chances created in the Arsenal shirt. So we're not gonna make him the scapegoat.
Yeah.
All right. Even when you look at now, with Arteta, since Arteta's joined, also still has the most chances created in a game since Arteta has started, which shows to the lack of quality, and it also shows me that the manager doesn't have the players that he wants, and he needs to make do with the players that he does have.
Yeah.
All right. He shouldn't be leaving through the back door. He basically ended our trophy drought, all right, since he joined, because Fabregas and them didn't do it. RVP didn't do it. A bunch of players didn't do it. He came there from Madrid knowing very well we haven't won trophies in years.
Yeah.
And he still joined.
Yeah.
All right. Even when you look at his Premier League stats, it's up there with the best. He's the quickest to 50 Premier League assists. The best way I can put it is what let Ozil down is the players around him, right? And not necessarily him. Because I remember there was a season where he was on par to overtake Thierry Henry's record for most assists in the season, which was 20. I think halfway through the season, he was on 16 assists.
Then Giroud went on a goal drought.
Our striker at the time went on an 18-game, basically, goal drought.
Wow.
And then we're going to blame Ozil for that. I think that's what the season also where we're playing well in the Premier League and we just stopped scoring. So I can't blame Ozil for that.
Yeah.
Even when you look at his stats, right? Let's compare him to comparable players, right? Ozil. Let's look at Ozil versus Cesc Fabregas, right?
Okay.
Career-wise at Arsenal. Cesc Fabregas, 350 appearances. Ozil, 184. Goals, Fabregas, 50. Goals, Ozil, 33. Assists, 111. Assists, Ozil, 54. All right. And this is half the amount of games, right?
Yeah.
Big chances created, Ozil, 65. Fabregas, 62.
Yeah.
Pass completion, 87. Fabregas, 82. So you're looking at those stats and it's the team that let Ozil down. If Ozil was playing with an Henry, he would have Fabregas's numbers and more.
Yeah.
All right. Football has changed, but also as a manager, as football changes, sometimes you have to realize that, okay, fine.
Yeah.
This is the best player I have. I want to go to this system, but let me get the best out of this player while I'm here. And this is a player that I can say, okay, fine. You don't have to press like the rest of the team, but at least do something on a defensive foot. So I look at his career. It's sad the way he's going out. He brought us 3 FA Cup, guys. As much as you don't like it, he's brought us 3 FA Cups. Those are the only competitions we've won since 2006, when we won the last FA Cup, or 5, somewhere there.
It's around 5, yeah.
Right? So he ended the trophy drought for Arsenal. Now, for the board to do what they're doing to him, for Arsenal fans to turn the way they're turning on him and saying that he's lounging off for a living, when we have had so many traitors in our squad that left for greener pastures. I don't care if he's earning £350,000 a week. He decided to stay.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
You can't tell me he's staying because of money when you're complaining that other players left because of other things.
So let me ask you guys individually as Arsenal fans. Let me start with you, Uncle Curtis. Are you sad to see him go at this point?
I'm very sad, man. I still believe he had much to offer Arsenal. But
even now, at this point.
Even not, he's still got the most chances created for our team. I believe that not every team should follow the system that the top teams are winning at the time to win trophies. Liverpool and City are doing well with the press.
Yeah.
Sometimes we all can't copy the same system and expect the same results. Somebody's going to be a loser if we all copy the same system. Sometimes you need to be brave and say, I'm going to play this way. Sometimes you need to look at it and say, okay, fine, I got a lazy player in my team, right? I might need a friggin' McTominay behind him, right? To give me the energy that I don't have, right? And work it from that angle. So I believe that he's better suited for a different type of style of play, right? But at the same time, I see where football is going, but I still believe not every manager should follow that tactic, because then it becomes a stalemate. Or what's the next manager going to do that's new to improve things? Because like when you look at football, it goes from defensive. Every team is defensive at one stage, then it becomes attacking. And it goes in waves. So don't follow the next team just because you see it working.
Yeah. And same question to you, Mr. Potion. As an Arsenal fan, are you sad to see Mesut Ozil leave at this point?
I'm sad to see him leave like this.
Like this, yeah.
Yes, because I feel like he should have been given a proper send off from Arsenal, but due to circumstances, i.e., the China comments and all that, he was basically blackballed.
Yeah.
And I think what most people don't necessarily think about from the blackball point of view. I'll kind of put it in terms that I've understood from what I've seen. So essentially, this guy Mesut Ozil decided to make comments about the Muslim camps
in China. And take a picture with the Turkish president or something.
Take a picture of the Turkish president. Essentially highlighting that this is wrong and that this can't happen. Yeah. There's something that I want to point out. What other Premier League players spoke about this? What other global sportsmen spoke about this?
Kid D? No.
No one.
Gundogan?
No
one.
There was 2 German players of Turkish descent.
Oh yeah, Gundogan as well. Yeah. He also stopped playing for but I'm talking about he's talking about the Muslim camps in China.
The Muslim camps in China.
Yeah.
That's essentially where the black balls started happening.
Yeah.
Where he got blackballed. There's no other Muslim player. I'll start with that. There's no other Muslim player or global sportsman who's spoken about that incident.
Yeah.
Or the tragedies that are happening in China.
Yeah.
Then now, after this happens, China decides, I think our next game was Manchester City. So they decide, hey, Ozil has not spoken up. Ozil spoke up against what's allegedly happened. Now they're saying that it's alleged.
Yeah.
So we're not going to broadcast the game.
100%.
We don't broadcast the game. Arsenal now has lost revenue. City's also looking at us.
Premier League teams get gang revenue from Asia, from
City's
the Asian
also
market.
Looking at us as like, what the hell, guys? You put us into this.
Yeah.
So when we move forward, now we got to make a choice, not only for us, but for the teams we're playing against.
Yeah.
And it just so happened that Ozil wasn't having the greatest of performances.
100%.
So if he was if he was, in his prime, we might have fought and said, nah, guys, we're not going to do this.
Yeah.
But now it's a player not in his prime. We're costing revenue for other Premier League teams because the world doesn't have the balls to talk.
100%. 100%.
So I think this is it. It wasn't just from an Arsenal perspective. I think it was from a Premier League perspective.
Yeah.
But that's something we could go on and on about.
Yeah.
But essentially, what I'm saying is that
sad to see him go like this.
Yeah, sad to see him go because of his stances. I think if 20 years from now we're gonna look at Mesut Ozil as a revolutionary.
Yeah.
He saw what was on the table and he decided he's gonna stand up for his people, people. So
But on the side, that man is a good gent, guys.
Yeah,
he was earning £350,000 a week at Arsenal. That man was not blowing it. Okay, he has a couple of Ferraris and stuff, but he was paying for kids' surgeries worldwide.
Yeah.
So as long as he was doing
he
that,
offered to pay for the mascot.
He offered to pay for the mascot. As long as he's doing stuff like that. That was stupid. But I'm just saying, to me, as long as he's doing things like that, where he's paying for children's surgeries, where it's life-saving surgeries, I don't care if he's earning £350,000 a week. Not when they ask him to cut his salary and he says, give me proper reasons as to why we must cut the salary. The Arsenal board don't give him proper reasons. And then a month later, they're busy sacking people. A billionaire owner.
Yeah.
Sacking people, but asking players who earn £350,000 to take a salary reduction.
That cut wasn't only just Arsenal, it was the Premier League. The Premier League wasn't clear
about salary cuts.
No, salary cuts, it was at Arsenal level.
It wasn't the whole league because not every club took cuts.
Like Man United.
Essentially, I think Henderson was the one who came up and he asked everyone, like, hey guys, let's do this as Premier League clubs. No. So I think maybe
No. This was at Arsenal. They had a team meeting where they discussed it and they asked the players to take down a cut. And then Ozil, with a couple of other players, said they want reasons as to why we should take a cut. Give it to us. The media only mentioned Ozil, but more than one Arsenal player refused to take the cut because the reasons weren't clear enough.
Yes, as in, like, I think the players wanted to know where the money was going. Right. As in, is it going to help those who are on the fringes, i.e. the caterers, the groundsmen and all that stuff.
And then a week later, the billionaire owner. I don't like these American owners, guys. I'm going to tell you now. These guys have been sucking Arsenal dry for years now. Up until Thomas Partey, they haven't put a single cent in my team. So they must get Stan Kroenke and his son out my club. We should have taken that Usmanov guy when the takeover chance presented itself, because this man hasn't spent a single cent in Arsenal, but built a $2.3 billion stadium for his American football team. Yeah. He moved them from a perfectly good stadium in St. Louis to LA. Nah, my boy, you can't do this as my club to finance your other ventures. Don't do this to my club. You're making us look like we flipping, I don't know what to say, Burnley FC now. Nah.
Yeah. But just consistent, just final notes. So sad to see Ozil go.
Yeah, he's a footballing great to me. He's a footballing great. Ronaldo confirmed that when he left Madrid, and he was very sad to say, because Ronaldo said that Ozil just knew what pass to make and what run I was going to make. Yeah. So to me, he's a footballing great, not just Arsenal great to me. Yeah. Even when I look at his Arsenal career, ever since Thierry Henry left, who can you say has been great for Arsenal? I can't think of many players. Okay. Ozil is at the top of the list.
Okay.
We've just forgotten.
If RVP.
No, not him.
Now all of the ones that left, Alexis. He's going to forget them all.
Oh, Alexis too. Okay, fine. Ozil and Alexis.
Let's not act like Ozil did those amazing stats by himself.
Yeah, but
as much as we hate that guy, Alexis did.
No, I don't hate him.
The partnership that him and Ozil had was unbelievable.
Yeah. I don't hate Alexis. Yeah. I feel sad for him when he said he joined Man United and his first day into training is like, what did I do?
Yeah, it's like, what? We're expected to win here. What?
No, he said, this is not professional. What? Because this wasn't when you were winning trophies.
Yeah, he said we're expected to win here. We can't just come seventh.
No, that was you. That was you at the time, Lucas.
He went after the money.
He chased the
Sorry, Potion. I'm just trying to get this slime mark out here. Like United were winning at the time. They were finishing 7th.
Yeah,
You were finished.
we weren't finishing that great. Yeah.
We were winning cups. You were finishing 7th.
Yeah. Okay. So, Mr. Potion, just lastly, sad to see Ozil go.
Sad to see him go, but I felt like in this game, in today's game, he wasn't giving as much effort as was called for him.
Yeah.
So we had to part ways. I think it's been 2 seasons now where they had, almost 2 seasons where they actually have told him, you can go look for another club because you're not fitting in.
Yeah.
Given time, he decided to.
He still creates the most chances to me. Oh, on a side note, guys, Minima was on fraud watch there by Liverpool. That man was signed a long time ago. He's been doing nothing. Fraud watch. We got to get that Asian out of here because I don't know what he's doing at that team. He hasn't scored a goal in how many games now? But let's wrap this up.
100%. Just lastly on the Ozil thing, from my perspective, I do agree with you guys. I think Ozil is older, and the game did evolve past him, like you guys mentioned. But I think he could have contributed a little bit fading out. I think he probably would have still left at this point, but him being out of the squad, I think is a bit strong, right? Just quickly before we wrap up, I just wanna touch on the leagues, on some of the other leagues in Europe. My under the carpet team I like to look out for, Atletico Madrid, is still top of the table in La Liga. They're a point above Real Madrid and 4 points above Barca, but they actually have played a couple of games fewer than them. So La Liga, we saw it start out with David Silva's Real Sociedad was starting out well. I mean, they're still in 5th. That's still higher than what they'd expect.
It's Nacho and Monreal's Real Sociedad.
Fair enough.
Nacho Monreal's Real Sociedad.
Fair enough. But in relation to La Liga, and let's maybe start at Atletico and talk about them in tandem with the rest. But is Suarez back?
Suarez never left, man.
Suarez never left.
No, he was out for a couple of games. I think he's back now. Diego Costa cancelled his contract because he
I
wasn't
thought
playing.
you were asking, like, is he back? Like, as in, like,
Is he scoring again? I'm like, Suarez never left.
is he still the hot man that he was? You know.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure about whether he is back. But
just to Atletico, yeah.
Yeah, I think the Atletico squad is a brilliant squad. One of the best in Europe.
Yeah.
Because they've just gotten, like, they have decent players in that squad. They should keep doing this. Real Madrid is not doing so well. They're going through their own problems.
They're playing slightly better back now.
But you see, the problem is Madrid, even when they won last season, the second half of the season was when they really, really turned it up.
Yeah.
So, can Atletico do it as well? I don't expect the mattress makers to keep this consistency. We'll see what happens. Also, it depends on Suarez being there. But João Felix has been playing well.
He's been playing well, yeah.
He's actually found a new form there. Good to see Barcelona back.
Yeah.
They were around 9th at some point. So I think about a month.
Yeah. They won the games after they came back from a break. Them and Madrid to jump up again.
Yeah. So it's good to see them back. I don't know what's going on there in terms of the Messi situation. I know he's decided that he's not going to speak about which club he's going to go to. He said he's just going to concentrate on this season's football and try end things off on a high. Villarreal's also another surprise. Jeez, good on Unai Emery, man.
I don't like that fraud.
Yeah, don't like him. He's found a team that accepts his style of play.
Fair enough.
So good on him. He's 4th in a very tough league.
Yeah, and Uncle Curtis, what's your views there? Because Atletico 6 goals conceded in 15 games. And this is a changed Atletico defense, right? Godin is gone, Luis is gone. It's new players into those positions, and they're doing well. Barca and Madrid just came back to a little bit of form that's taken them up the table. How are you seeing La Liga?
I don't like defensive teams. I don't like Atletico.
Uh-huh.
I'm surprised. That's the second defensive style of play you like, because are you sure you like attacking football? You're under the carpet. Teams and managers are all defensive. Are you sure you like attacking football?
I do, but I also like the team that looks at the game holistically. I think here's a question for you guys. I saw this online, and it kind of speaks to how you like football. Would you rather watch a 9-9 or a 0-0?
A 9-9.
Okay.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, that goes to it. So a 9-9 would be an odd spectacle to watch for me, but if it's 5 games, I think it's the 0-0s.
No, I don't.
If they're good, I mean, 9-9 is bad defending and stuff like that.
You know that are good.
Yeah, there's a
couple. I'll give you that.
There's a couple, but that's because they're...
of them are not good.
No, but I'm saying a 9-9 will be nice to watch as a spectacle, not necessarily from...
Okay. Oh, are you saying as a fan?
Yeah. So that question just went to the football you like to see, or that kind of thing. So a 9-9 versus a 0-0, which is...
I don't want to see a 9-9 every week, like nobody wants to see a 0-0 every week.
Yeah.
But I want to see goals.
Yeah.
Now, I won't lie, as a fan, like that would really mess with your heart.
Yeah.
Like you'd really be going through some things, always worried about 9-9s.
Yeah.
Not necessarily that number, but
Yeah.
it would be worrying.
Because every type of football gets boring. Because even if a team is winning 7-0 week in, week out, you kind of get bored.
You don't like City and they score a lot. Or you don't think City plays
I don't like
great football.
I don't like their great
they
football.
Score a lot of goals.
I don't like it. It's predictable to me, so I don't like it.
I get what you're saying. Because I wouldn't want to watch a City 5-0, but I'd prefer to watch a Man United and Arsenal 5-0.
Yeah, because with City, I know.
City 5-0, it's like you blink, it's like, oh.
A City 5-0, I can guarantee you 4 of the goals that they score will be cutbacks from the wing to go into the net.
Yeah.
Man United or Arsenal 5-0, there'll be a goal from outside the box. There'll be a player that dribbles the whole squad and scores. You know, there'll be magic. But City, and you guys can love Pep all you like, but I don't like that type of football. Pep was at his greatest at Barcelona with Messi.
Yeah. So speaking of Barca, Messi, who's playing a little bit better, and Real Madrid, who's playing a little bit better, Hazard still being Hazard. But La Liga, do you think natural order will come back and Atletico drop down the table?
No, Atletico will win it this season. But when you say Hazard being Hazard, what do you mean?
As in he's still not doing anything.
Okay, fair enough. He's on fraud watch ever since he left Chelsea. Fraud watch.
Like if Atletico, because Atletico has 3 games in hand.
Yeah, 3.
So if they keep doing well, if they take those 3 games, they actually have they can actually speak up and say, hey, this is ours for the taking.
Yeah.
So let's see what happens.
100%. And just a quick word to the high goal scoring Bundesliga. I'll give you 3 guesses as to who's on top of the table.
Guys, over the holiday season, Bayern Munich were losing 2 or 3-0 at halftime.
Yeah.
I sat back, not worried. They came back to win that game 6-2 in the second half. I literally think Bayern in the first half, go to a team. Do your best. Let's see what you guys can do.
Let's see what you got.
Then in the second half, they'll be like, okay, now we'll play. And then they demolished that team. My turn is like, oh, it's my turn now.
Yeah.
And they demolished that team. Oh,
yeah.
Bayern have the financial power. They have the players. Any league where the top team in the league can buy the second top team best player is a sketchy league to me.
Yeah. And just a quick word to the chasing pack. I mean, Dortmund's in 4th. Dortmund as a club hasn't been doing too well. I think they fired their manager. Erling Haaland has been doing well, but...
they fired their manager, and what I can say, they've become defensively solid. Dortmund, they've been conceding less. They've been winning games 1-0, 2-0.
Yeah.
Over the weekend, they beat Eintracht Frankfurt 3-0. That's another team close to the top of the league. So before, Bayern used to win 3-2, 4-0, 4-3. So maybe that manager will give them defensive stability for them to take on that other team, Bayern.
Mr. Potion, any hope of a Bundesliga upset, as in not Bayern running away with it again?
I think Bayern will run away with it. Their coach is brilliant. No one else I can really look at besides Leipzig.
Yeah. And
challenge.
Leipzig is a defensive team, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Congratulations, Bayern.
Leipzig plays soccer to advertise Red Bull. That's all they do.
So let's go over to the Italian Serie A, right? And I just want us to park here quickly because, like we say, Bundesliga, Bayern Munich's top. You expect it to keep going. This is a league where Juventus generally dominates. Juventus is sitting in 4th now. On that league, it's a league. AC Milan's on top. Inter Milan is 3 points behind them. Roma is 3 points behind Inter. Juve a point behind Roma, but a game in hand on all of those teams. Serie A is actually a bit watchable this season.
Yeah, I must say I haven't really been watching the games that much, but I'm surprised that AC's on such a great run of form.
Yeah,
good for them. Historic club. Supported them for a brief time as a child. I like their kit. Yeah, they had great players.
To me, Juventus are there because they're rebuilding.
Yeah.
They're rebuilding, getting rid of old players, putting in new players into the midfield. So it's expected for them to drop off a bit. The rebuild that happened. But then other teams will look at it. AC is doing well because of Zlatan.
Yeah.
Quality player. His willpower is putting them there. Inter second. They also got quite a few old players that are doing quite well. So I won't complain about that.
Yeah.
Lukaku. Beast of a player, one of the best back to go forwards you'll find.
100%.
So I won't complain about that. His strike partner, Lautaro Martinez, good. That's a good combination play over there. Roma, quality again. They have quite a few oldies that are doing well for them. Henrik Mkhitaryan. I think there's a Kluivert over there that's doing well.
They loaned him out. Justin Kluivert.
Oh, he's gone. He's at Leipzig. Okay. So, but yeah, they're doing well as a squad, but it's expected. It's expected this season.
And next big fixtures Inter Juve.
Juve 2-1.
All right. Okay, guys. So I think that's a little bit of a touch on other leagues. I think Premier League, like we said, it was a post FA Cup weekend, so we got to watch a couple of the teams. I think a lot of the teams did make changes in that. It's probably still too early in that competition to go for winners. I think like we spoke about, we looking forward to the top of the table clash, Liverpool and United. I think we already discussed our predictions, so I think, guys, let's wrap it up. Let's wrap it up and let's see who's smiling next week. Let's see if I'm smiling or not next week. But guys, thank you once again for joining us on this episode. I encourage you to like, subscribe, download for whatever it is, for whatever platform you're on. We're on a lot more platforms now already.
Yeah, we're on Spotify, Apple Music coming soon. 100%. I don't know what Pocket Cast is, but it's there too. And 100%. Google Podcast is also coming.
Everything. You can't avoid us.
Yes.
So, Mr. Potion.
Alright, guys, cheers. Thank you for listening to our opinions, no matter how small. Hopefully we'll see you next week, guys.
Okay. Uncle Curtis.
Guys, if you listen to me, you'll watch great football. You don't listen to Lucas's opinions because he loves defensive-minded guys. I love Lucas, but with his defensive mind, you're going to watch boring 0-0s week in, week out.
All the way. And guys, from me, Lucas, once again, thank you. Much love. Check you guys out soon.
Uyazingiphethe imali sazofiga gada